Well, as always, CBS 4 is your local election headquarters. Former Vice President Mike Pence back home again in Indiana. The former Indiana governor stopped by the state fair today to deliver a speech on inflation. However, the real headlines came from his visit after the speech when he spoke about his former boss.
Yeah, Pence talked about yesterday's indictment against former President Donald Trump. CBS 4's Hannah Adamson spoke with Pence at the state fair. She joins us now live. Good evening, Hannah.
Good evening. It was standing room only here at the Pioneer Farm building behind me as Pence gave his four-step inflation plan to voters here at the Indiana State Fair. As you mentioned, this visit comes on the heels of the latest federal indictment against his former boss, President Donald Trump. Pence responding saying he hoped it wouldn't come to this, but not mincing any words about the former president. Pence says anyone who puts themselves above the Constitution should not be the president of the United States. He also says what the former president was saying about Pence's ability to overturn the election results in his capacity as vice president is not true.
As I seek the Republican nomination, that despite what Donald Trump has said over the last 2.5 years, that I had no right to overturn the election. And that on that day, President Trump asked me to choose him over my oath to the Constitution.
Pence says he's very confident he will qualify for the first Republican debate, although whether or not he has enough donors to do so at this point is unclear. That debate is scheduled to take place Wednesday, August 23rd.
And before you go, a quick question back here at the studio. He probably is aware of this. The near total abortion ban is still, as you know, in a state of limbo here in Indiana. What were Pence's thoughts about that?
Well, even though that is the case, it still is technically in legal limbo. The former vice president says he's pleased with the state legislature and Governor Holcomb for enacting this particular bill into law. Now, he does say if he were elected as president, he would push for a nationwide standard when it came to abortion.
All right, CBS 4's Hannah Adamson at the Indiana State Fair tonight for us. Thank you. And before speaking to the media, Pence delivered a speech on inflation. As we heard, the former vice president criticized the Biden White House and the recent historic inflation rates, gas prices, and national debt. Pence says that his plan includes cutting government spending and increasing energy independence.
And I believe that the next president of the United States needs to make tackling inflation and reducing the burden of inflation on working families their #1 economic priority.
And we will bring you much more from former Vice President Pence's visit to the State Fair this week on In Focus. It starts at 8:30 Sunday morning right here on CBS 4. We'll bring you more reaction as well to Donald Trump's indictment a little later in this newscast.